Barak Yehovah, Barak Yehovah Shah, Yahweh, Baha Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Baha Hashem, Kurah Kadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my heavenly Father Yahweh and my heavenly big brother Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah, trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that like a so-called white person, so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up about the plagues of the Lord bringing upon the whole earth, not just America, Babylon the Great, but the whole earth. Anyway, I'm going to play these videos. I'm going to get into the scripture my best ability, say whatever God say through spirit, power, Yahweh, Shema, Shah, the Holy Spirit of Kurhak, with Dash, the Lord wouldn't be on me. Let's get it.
Well, I hope you're ready for some extreme weather and some record-breaking heat, because what we have just learned is this. New data reveals that there's a 100% chance of strong Super El Nino forming this year. That is extremely concerning for many people, and not just here in the United States, but around the world as well. I want to read a little of this to you, but first, let's look at this.
6 days left until Atlantic hurricane season, which is also the countdown to the official start of meteorological summer. But anyway, what the latest model data showing, at least with the Euro, 100% of their ensembles are hinting at not just an El Nino, not just a strong El Nino, but a super El Nino. And some of the outputs are putting it as the strongest El Nino we have seen in the better part of really a few centuries even. So the previous run, we knew strong and super El Nino was trending. 90% of the previous models had it. But now 100% of the Euro run is saying, yes, we are in favor of a super El Nino. Now, what an El Nino does is it creates very much warmer water temperatures across the eastern Pacific. It also helps to promote rising air. So the EPAC likely going to be a very active basin this year. However, on the flip side, the atmosphere works as a balancing scale, right? It's always trying to equal out. So if one area is going to be above average, well, one spot we're going to have more sinking air and wind shear, and that's what's going to suppress the Atlantic activity, specifically within the main development region.
Okay. Now, we'll get to more on that in just a moment, but I want to read some things to you, because what meteorologists were concerned with, especially right now, is that the couple things that we don't need extreme weather events. We don't need hurricanes. We don't need, just epic downpours. That's something we don't need, because farmers right now are concerned. I want to read something to you. It says right here, scientists closely monitor patterns of El Nino because they can have far-ranging effects on global temperatures and extreme weather events. It says, if a super El Nino in the coming months forms in the coming months and lasts into next year, climate scientists have said that global temperatures in 2027 could spike to record-breaking highs. It says, El Nino conditions typically suppress hurricane activity in the Atlantic by increasing upper-level winds that can tear hurricanes apart and disrupt major storms while they are forming. In the western United States, El Nino tends to be associated with above-average heat and humidity, and these events increase the likelihood of dry and hot conditions across the southern half of the country. So, in one part, you get a little more upper-level winds, but in the west coast, in the Pacific, you are kind of getting the high heat and above-average humidity. And so, that's where we're at. That's just affecting the United States. But again, what happens here in the United States, in the Pacific, in the Atlantic, it also affects other countries as well. I want to show you something. Look at this right here. It says, Super El Nino raises fears for Asia reeling from the Middle East conflict. All these concerns are starting to pile on top of each other, where we have concerns because of the conflict in the Middle East, which is still going. We are concerned about oil, gas prices, food costs, fertilizer, right? Again, the issues just keep piling on each other. They keep getting bigger and bigger. Then on top of that, now we have to potentially worry about a Super El Nino, which is going to be forming over the next several months. Again, it's a problem. I want to play a little bit more of this clip for you. Listen to this.
So what meteorologists look for in determining whether you have an El Nino, Enzo neutral, or a La Nina is the water temperatures of the equatorial Pacific. Anything over half a degree Celsius or warmer, beyond average, you're in an El Nino. Anything over 2 degrees Celsius plus, that's when you get into super El Nino territory. There are some cases in which the warm water of the Atlantic can sort of outrun the wind shear, and you can still get very strong storms to develop. Ones that come to mind, Idalia, Michael, Joaquin, those were all in the last couple of decades here. But when you have such substantial warming in the eastern Pacific, that really is a sign that the EPAC's definitely going to be the basin to watch. So I'm looking at you, Hawaii, and even spots in the desert.
Man, whatever. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Let me see what else they got to talk. Let me see whoever this guy is. Oh, what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit?
Listen to this one right here.
Goodness gracious, what the fuck was that about?
Well, there's new evidence that the super El Nino that we've been talking
I just wanted to get to this guy and see what he got to say. And they're going to throw some fucking, look like anime soft porn. I don't know.
about for the last few weeks, it appears to be more likely that we're going to be seeing a super El Nino, and some of the latest computer forecast models are indicating the possibility that this may end up being even a little bit stronger than some of the previous forecasts, and we're seeing some of that in actual data being collected from subsurface sea surface temperatures in the Central Pacific. And this will likely have a big impact on our weather later this year in 2026, and especially for this upcoming winter, with the winter of 2026 and 2027. So we'll start things off with what we're seeing. The subsurface sea surface temperatures in the Central Pacific, that's where a lot of the El Nino takes place. Those subsurface temperatures, they are way warmer than average. In some cases, up to about 6 degrees warmer than average. And so that eventually is going to kind of bubble up to the surface. Right now, sea surface temperatures are about average, slightly above average.
All right, anyway, well, let's just take it like this. Let's say it like this. Not take it like this, but say it like this. Salakia. Weather and temperatures and all that other stuff is going to get more intense. And who's going to be making it intense? The Lord, Yahweh Bashim Awashah. Anyway, I just didn't want to hear all that damn scientific bumbo jumbo shit and all that shit. Basically, it's going to be the plagues are going to intensify. Nahum chapter 1 verse 3. The Lord Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power and will not at all acquit the wicked. So all this crazy weather, wild weather, and intense weather is for the wicked that's on this earth, from the 2/3 of Israel to you monkey ass heathens. And I pray like heaven I ain't one of the 2/3 though. And you better do the same thing too. Pray the Lord have mercy on you. The Lord Yahweh have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm and the clouds of the dust of his feet. Let's get to the next video. It's gonna get intense.
At Kroger, you can
It's gonna get hot.
clip and save more.
Good time for it. When you got people gonna be breaking loose. I mean, all hell breaking loose with these people going wild. I don't know when that gonna happen, but come on with it.
Or with
I'm tired of these motherfuckers.
digital coupons in the app. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Yeah.
What if I told you HPV vaccination was for men too?
I didn't know.
Chevron CEO just dropped a bombshell that most people missed. He said that we will see shortages, physical shortages of oil. And he's comparing this to the oil crisis and gas crisis of the 1970s. This was the crisis where there were lines around the block, fights at the gas pumps, prices exploded across multiple industries, and there was rationing. Right now, guys, across the nation, the average price of fuel is at $4.50 a gallon. Diesel prices are even higher than that, and grocery store bills are climbing because of it. If this keeps up, you're gonna see empty pumps and empty wallets at the grocery store. Today on Unas TV, we're gonna be connecting the dots on how not only does this hit your tank, but it also hits your dinner table. Mike Wirth, who is the CEO of Chevron, said it straight at the Milken Institute. He said with the Strait of Hormuz basically being shut down, that's 20% of the world's oil. Commercial stockpiles, shadow tankers, even strategic reserves are being dwindled very quickly. What that means, guys, is that there is no easy supply left. What he's saying here is that demand has to meet supply. In order for demand to meet supply, everything has to slow down. You have to stop driving. Rationing has to take effect. The economy needs to slow down. Everybody needs to earn less. In essence, higher prices across the board and slower everything. Many of you probably remember the 1970s. I wasn't around then, but some of my older siblings were. The 1970s was one giant oil and gas crisis. There was the OPEC embargo of 1973. Don't forget the Iranian Revolution in 1979. Gas and oil prices quadrupled. Gas stations completely ran out of fuel. Lines stretched around the blocks. There was rationing by the license plate and fights at the fuel pumps. But the thing about the 1970s is it did not stop at the gas tank. Those higher fuel prices slammed farms really hard. Diesel for tractors, natural gas for fertilizer. Fertilizer prices exploded up 180%. Food production costs skyrocketed. And guess who paid for it? You. Or your parents or your grandparents. Grocery bills inflated, leading to the worst amount of stagflation seen in decades. That pain at the pump became everybody's pain in the kitchen. And guys, history is repeating right now. The Strait of Hormuz is again impacted by Iran conflict. Oil prices have gone up, wavering anywhere between $100 to $110 a barrel. US regular gas, and I know you all feel this, has jumped $1.50 a gallon since the war started. For those with you a normal sized tank, that's about $30 or more per fill up. Some spots in this country are actually seeing over $5 a gallon. I've done some videos on that. And this doesn't just affect the fuel in your car. This is what a lot of people miss. It affects diesel for trucks, every single industry. Higher shipping costs for everything on store shelves. Now, here's the part that hits every single family in this country and around the world. Agriculture runs on fuel and oil. Tractors, combines, fertilizer plants, irrigation pumps, semis hauling food to your local store. Fertilizer prices, especially nitrogen, have spiked 40 to 50% already. And that's only the beginning, because what we're seeing right now is just how those energy costs are feeding into the production of fertilizer. Farmers are facing massive input bills directly going into their 2026 planting season. Now, undoubtedly, that translates into lower yields later this year, which means higher grocery bills in 2026 and beyond. The USDA is already forecasting food prices to go up 2.4 to 3.6%. But that's not real inflation. True inflation is usually 3 to 5 times that. That 2.4 to 3.6% includes a lot of fake stuff most of us don't eat. It's the stuff sitting in warehouses as feed for the masses. Pay attention to the price spike of real food. It's going to be much greater than 2.4 to 3.6%.
Let me skip all this because ad coming up.
Direct knowledge of the markets, direct knowledge of the physical supply of the markets is warning that what we're seeing right now could be exactly what we've seen in the 1970s, if not worse. Think about it. Your morning commute, your weekend road trip, your weekly drive to the grocery store, it's all connected. This is not just Wall Street gibberish. This is your real life. Higher gas and higher groceries means less money for everything else. Those higher food costs are going to mean much tougher choices when you hit the register. Now, American resilience is real. We've been through these crises before, and we've handled them time after time. But in today's world,
But not this time, because this is pretty much it for America. And the Lord about to lay the smack down on this bitch, and they ain't getting back up. The Lord ain't about to heal America, Babylon the Great. No, he about to kill America, Babylon the Great. And yes, I'm gonna say it like that. Fuck all that shit sounding soft about destroying America. No, well, yeah, the Lord is gonna destroy America, but I just say he gonna kill it. He gonna, I wouldn't say murder. He gonna righteously kill this bitch. Yeah, America. He
reliable.
doing it right now, especially killing the pride of you people and the spirit of America. Well, you know, you people, boy, well, you Israelites, y'all better damn switch your asses up and get with Yahweh Shema Rashad. Now this bullshit with America and Esau, Amalek. You better put your trust and faith in Yahweh Shema Rashad. Anyway, back to the video.
Affordable energy is not an option. It's what keeps prices stable for drivers, families. It's what keeps our economy rolling. It keeps small businesses going. At Yanasa TV, we
Alright, well, anyway, those small businesses. What does it say about those small businesses? The grinder seats, but the stores. What is it? The doors and the. Let me just get to it. Don't I hate when I do that? What am I supposed to look up? What is it? The keeper of the house. Was it Ecclesiastes chapter 12, somewhere around 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. Yeah, businesses, big businesses, small businesses closing up. That's, hey man, it's going down, bro. When as soon as this lockdown happens, boy, that's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's done. Everything is finished. America is done. All they need left is a nuclear destruction. But that's coming in due time.
We've been tracking these things because they don't just impact farms, although farms are heavily impacted,
But this shit, the Lord is doing a number on America, boy.
which do impact every single one of you. These are things that impact everybody, every family. If you eat, if you fill a fuel tank, if you plug a car in to charge it, you're all experiencing these price hikes in real time. This CEO's warning is a massive red flag. Energy security equals.
And you hear that CEO, they should give you a sign saying that's clearly an indicator telling you that America is about to get fucked up out here. And you people about, hey man, the prophets of Yahweh Shema Rashad starting with the camps of GMS and other camps that's not affiliated with GMS but somewhat are. We pretty much speaking the truth. The same as GMS. Pretty much the true prophets of Yahweh Shema Rashad is speaking the truth. Told you people so. That you laughed and scoffed and mocked. We told you this stuff was happening. Look, it takes an expert, somebody who's in the inside, a CEO of Chevron to tell you all this that's going on, warning you. But hell, some of you motherfuckers might not even take heed of what he's saying. But whatever.
your security? Drop your real talk in the comments now. What are the gas prices in your
Yeah,
area?
but I mean, listen to the white man. Like, the white man knows. Yeah, listen to the white man. Don't listen to them niggas. Them niggas that read the Bible. Shit. Listen to the white man. But the white man gonna lead your ass to destruction anyway. If you listen to his ass, well, you gonna take heed to the warnings, but absolutely taking his advice on what to do to save yourself. You're gonna save yourself, yeah, through prepping. Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that, but you can't save yourself. There ain't no such thing as you saving yourself. There's the Lord that's gonna save you. Yahweh Shah, through the power of Yahweh, gonna save you through all this destruction. Yeah.
Today.
Goddamn food. You think you could save yourself through your preps? That shit.
How much more are you actually spending on groceries this month versus
Way too fucking much.
3 months ago, 6 months ago? Heck, before.
Hey man, let me get that scripture. Cause victuals ain't cheap no more, but you know. Shoot, where we at? Hagar chapter 1 verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. You work so hard, but you ain't earn much. Not for food, which I'm gonna read that. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. And water, shoot, ye, or something to drink. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. And clothing, shoot. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And in saving money, there ain't no way that's happening. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. So pretty much, you ain't got enough for shit. You do have enough to get right with Yahweh Shema Shah. If you making, you know, the effort to do so and repent.
Or COVID. If you're feeling the squeeze, you want straight talk about what's going on, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad. Let's see what this is about.
There is a food crisis currently.
But famine of the bread is here.
Well, why hasn't it shown up? Well, it has a couple ways. One,
It's just building up.
the prices of food. And secondly, there's always stores of food, and so it won't hit the shelves immediately if you have a bad crop.
And I remember, what was it on a Redacted? Played I think it was like some days ago. Played a clip on Redacted. This one devil talking about some on Redacted talking about, America is not going to experience a famine, but everybody else will. That's what that nigga said. Everybody else is going to experience a famine, but America not. We're going to have some shortages, but we're not going to have famine. Huh? America don't even hardly grow a lot of shit. Even the own citizens don't even grow shit. What the fuck? And this nigga talking about some America's not gonna. That's a proud fucking nigger devil for you, bro. That's a proud ass Edomite nigger devil for you. And then America's not gonna experience a famine. Well, we'll see about that. Shit.
But having said all that, it's getting tighter and tighter, and many people will be
There's
priced
gonna be a lot of proud, hungry ass Americans.
out of the ability to maybe meet their caloric intake.
This is Kaiser Johnson with Liberty and Finance, and these are the Miles Franklin Weekly Specials.
What the fuck? I don't give a fuck about that shit. Nothing wrong with having some gold and some silver. God damn.
Hey
Trying to say you gold and silver, but talk about food. You can't eat that gold and silver.
everyone, this is Elijah K. Johnson with Liberty and Finance. And back with us today is our good friend David Morgan, the silver guru and founder of themorganreport.com. David, thank you so much for joining us today.
Elijah, it's great to be back. Thank you.
Well, it's great to have you. We normally talk about financial topics with you and the financial concerns in the system. But you have been focusing on another angle recently about how it might not be a financial crisis that we have to prepare for, but a food crisis, and that the globe could be entering a period of famine. Your perspective on this, I know you've been interviewing experts on your YouTube channel about this. What have you learned about this this new concern, or this concern that a lot of people maybe aren't?
New concern? This shouldn't be nothing new. This been told about. Hell, even in the Bible. And the prophet's been telling you these niggas. Telling you niggas this shit coming.
Are not looking at right now.
Right. Well, thanks for bringing up the topic. First of all, let me give a little history. I made a friendship with David Dubine of the DAP 20, 30 years and years ago, and he looks, pretty far forward. As Mike Maloney says, the further you look back, the further you can see ahead. I do think there's some merit to that statement. In other words, if you study history, you got a pretty good idea of the most probable situation going forward. So anyway, I was in Mexico. Not that that's important, but I just thought, we might get ahead of this, potential food problem. And so I did an interview with David, I don't know what, probably 6 years ago or so, on the upcoming probability of a food shortage. And we kind of let it rest. And then things have gotten very, very tight with this Strait of Hormuz closure and all that's going on with the Ukraine war, because Ukraine was the breadbasket of Europe. And I mean, all the dominoes started falling and falling rapidly as a metaphor, which means that there is a food crisis currently. Well, why hasn't it shown up? Well, it has a couple ways. One, in prices of food. And secondly, there's always stores of food, that are a year ahead or whatever. So there's silos with wheat and rye, corn, etc. So there's like a stockpile in reserve, so to speak. And so it won't hit the shelves immediately if you have a bad crop or a low yield until the stores are used up or near depleted. But having said all that, it's getting tighter and tighter. And so I did a recent interview with David Dubine on the current situation, what the weather patterns have to do with it, what the fertilizer situation has to do with it, and of course transportation as well. Prior to that, I interviewed war correspondent and well-known Michael Yon, and he looks at a lot of different things, and he's been looking at the food crisis as well. So to come full circle, Elijah, I'll give it back to you that as important as the financial system is, and of course it is, it touches everything and everyone. But what do you do? What have I said for years and years? If you say, well, what would you suggest people do, with the upcoming, I'll say problems in quotes, big problems?
And I'll tell you what you need to do. Seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and take heed of what to say, and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with him, and repent.
I say, well, like you
all by Shemawashah, who the word and called God and Jesus. That's what you need to do.
If you don't have the extra capital to store silver or gold, buy food. Food is a no-lose bet. If you buy,
I remember watching this one dude video talking about some people buying perishable foods for the shit hitting the fan, and this nigga telling people don't buy canned food. What a waste of that's a waste of money. Buy some silver. Huh? Bitch, you can't eat that motherfucking shit. Yeah, that was a while back. This nigga what he was doing, trying to sell some damn silver to people. Saying, don't buy no silver. Why you buying food for? Well, like, nigga, you trying to live. You ain't trying to fucking, how you gonna live off that silver, nigga? And you only got a small window to do whatever you can do with that silver. You gotta sell that, get rid of that shit. Because then it won't fucking matter soon to come, especially when they going digital, switched over. All the physical exchange of money and such ain't going to matter. What's going to matter is having something that you can consume and keep your motor running, like some water and some food and shit. Yeah, silver ain't going to keep the motor running.
Extra food, the food that you actually use.
Nothing wrong with getting the silver, but still.
Well, I'll store this because it stores in sauerkraut. You make sauerkraut. That's stupid. Buy what you really use and put it away. And in that case, if the food prices go up, you protect it a little bit. And if there is a dislocation, it doesn't have to be a worldwide famine. It could be as simple as you lost your job, but you got 2 months of food in the pantry, and as you transition and find another job, you don't have to sweat it. You got your meals covered. So the point being is that
find another job. Hell, won't be no work in Egypt. Shit, won't be no work anywhere. Hell no. It's gonna be too damn dangerous. You can fuck about AI taking your job now. It's gonna be too fucking dangerous to even work. Cause he'll try to take your ass out in the streets commuting, and motherfucker out there kill your ass, and steal your gasoline out your car, your diesel out your car. Shit, heck yeah, it's getting nasty. It's gonna get nasty out here. They're gonna take more than that. They're gonna probably take your booty. Yeah, they're gonna probably rape you out there in the streets.
Food, of course, is very
bad. That's why we need the Lord, man.
A lot of what we're talking about, it's not only the supply chains, and
I say it like that, booty, because motherfuckers gonna be either you're female, male, they gonna take something from you. It's gonna get crazy out here.
It also can be tied in.
And then like say they talking about food, lack of food. Yeah, they gonna eat you. They gonna chop your ass up. These motherfuckers gonna be cannibals. They gonna set a trap for your ass and spring you up and strip you down and strip your skin off your the meat off of you, and it's eat you.
Into the financial system.
First they got to cook you. Motherfuckers might. Oh yeah, Esau especially eat his meat raw. So yeah, fuck the cooking. He ain't got time for that.
System, right? Because we see price inflation around the world, and sometimes we can have true scarcity, but you can also just have scarcity by food being unaffordable for most people. So that's definitely how the financial aspect ties into this.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up. You triggered going back to that first interview, 6 years ago or so. And David explained it, almost took me off my chair. He said, in previous, looking backward to see the potential future, that in a real food crisis, food prices increased sevenfold. I said, sevenfold, really? And he said, yes. So I'll take him at his word. I haven't verified that number, but we know.
All right, I'm going to stop right there. But yeah, there is going to be a famine. It's going to be a famine like no other. So you better seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and repent. Take heed of what they say. And learn. Listen and learn. Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 16, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So this ain't gonna just be in America, it's gonna be all over. But America, hell yeah, you niggas about to go and get some. Oh, y'all gonna get a taste of that famine, especially like these other countries you see in the commercials. Could help the starving whatever country in Africa. Pot-bellied little hell mice running around. They looking all fucked up and shit. Hey, you America's gonna be looking like that. Your children gonna be looking like that. And some of your children might not have to end up looking like that because the parents already killed their ass. Probably ate them. They don't have to worry about them children starving because the parents already killed their ass and ate them. Yep. Yeah, they sitting in that refrigerator if the refrigerator running. I don't know. They probably sprinkle some salt on to preserve the baby meat. Ain't no telling. Shit, yeah. It's going down. Heck yeah, so you better seek the Lord. Seek him now. Let's see what this is about. It's about pestilence. No, this is something about something else. Let me see. Plastic, I guess. Shortage.
Now, Asia is facing what analysts are calling a plastic shock. And the crisis is being triggered by supply disruptions linked to the Iran oil conflict, which is now...
Oh, yeah, this is something. Plastic shock. I guess it's the lack of plastic. So, what holds plastic? Water, some consumable liquids, food, using it for containing meat and other stuff so they won't spoil when it's being exposed to air and shit. Yeah.
Choking the flow of key petrochemical materials used to make plastics across the region. From food packaging to medical supplies and electronics, manufacturers are warning of shortages, rising costs, and delayed shipments. Now, Asia depends heavily on petrochemical feedstocks from the Gulf region, especially materials like polyethylene and polypropylene, and that are essential for plastic manufacturing. But with Iran-related oil crisis disrupting shipping routes and raising fears around the Strait of Hormuz, supplies have tightened sharply. And the Strait of Hormuz handles roughly 1/5 of the world's oil and major portion of petrochemical exports. And any disruption there immediately impacts Asian manufacturing chains. And industry groups say the prices of several plastic raw materials have surged in recent weeks as traders scramble for alternative supplies. Manufacturers across China, South Korea, and India and Southeast Asia are now reporting delays in deliveries and rising production costs. And the impact is especially severe for sectors that rely on plastic packaging, including food, pharmaceuticals, healthcare products, and consumer electronics. And some companies are warning that packaging shortages can eventually affect supermarket shelves and medical supply chains if the disruption continues. Well, shipping costs have also jumped as insurers raise war risk premiums for vessels traveling through the Gulf region. And analysts say that this crisis highlights how deeply Asia's manufacturing economy remains tied to West Asia's energy and petrochemical exports. And even though oil markets have seen volatility before, this time the impact is spreading beyond fuel prices and directly into industrial supply chains. Well, the result is cascading effect, and higher raw material costs, expensive shipping squeeze manufacturers, and ultimately higher prices for consumers. And economists are warning that if tensions escalate further, the region can face broader inflationary pressure, especially in packaging industries and heavy industries. Now, for governments and manufacturers, these are racing to secure alternative suppliers, but replacing Gulf petrochemical flows is neither quick nor cheap. And as geopolitical tensions continue to reshape global trade routes, Asia's plastic shock may become another major reminder of how interconnected the world economy truly is. And well, it seems like a good news for climate, at least.
Yep. Now let's get to the pestilence.
Right now, many people are extremely concerned regarding the hantavirus, specifically because of the incubation period. What we were originally told is that everyone will be fine, the hantavirus will not transmit from person to person, but then it was, no, the Andes virus does go from person to person, and that the incubation period is between 1 and 8 weeks. So between the time that you are exposed to the virus and the time that you actually see signs and you see the symptoms, it could be anywhere from 1 to 8 weeks. That's the problem, is it's a very long incubation period. But watch this right here.
I would be worried because the incubation period for hantavirus can be up to a week. It can be very deadly. It can either take the form of a pulmonary disease, so it affects your lungs and your breathing, or it can be a hemorrhagic disease, affects your renal function, your kidney function. Both can be, extraordinarily serious. It's not easily spread from person to person. The mode of transmission is really through exposure to the rodent droppings or their urine, or those droppings can be disturbed and they go in the air and you can breathe it in and get it. It's something that everyone who's in the area of a rat dropping could be exposed. The symptoms are depending upon what form you've got, the renal form or the pulmonary form. But if it's the pulmonary, it's difficulty breathing, for both fatigue.
Check this out. I'm pretty sure the companies that's cutting back on certain things because of money, I bet you these companies are dealing with food. I'm thinking these companies that's dealing with food are probably cutting back on pest control. And if they doing that, then they're still gonna be, even if they have pest control, mice, rats could be lurking. They could drop a turd in your damn food, and it doesn't mean that that mouse or rat is this turd got some damn hantavirus in it. But because not all rats and rats and mice gonna be affected with something. But shit, you don't want to take no fucking chances. I mean, I'm talking about wild rats and mice. They might be affected with. I ain't. But I'm just thinking about that shit, and it's like, yeah, with the food being downgraded, quality going to shit, and then plus these companies lacking their pest control service. The mice could be around lurking and drop a turd down in your food, your cereal. You got a rat turd in your mixed in, or a bunch of rat turds mixed in your Lucky Charms, or in your spaghetti sauce or some shit. You never know, in your Coca-Cola bottle, can, or whatever. You never fucking know, bro. You could be sipping on some damn hantavirus. Goddamn, you might crunch on a damn turd with hantavirus. You thinking it's a damn piece, it's a Lucky Charm piece. No, it's just a rat turd with hantavirus laced in it. Anyway,
headache. It is a very dangerous situation for.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous situation. Now he says, and this is the director of the World Health Organization Center for Global Health Law. Okay. Now we've heard from other people from the World Health Organization, and they say there's no concern. But he said, yes, we should be worried. Now, why are people from the same organization, the same agency?
And the hantavirus ain't necessarily got to be damn, like I say, they keep talking about rats and rodents. They ain't got to be the ones necessarily carrying that shit. And they dropping, hell, Esau could just put it out there anyway, kind of way. Shit, ain't got to be by no rat.
World Health Organization. Why are they giving us two different things? One says we should worry, another one says no, there's no concern here. The risk is extremely low.
They just fucking with people. It's just like COVID. It's like either yes or no. I mean, all I can tell you, circumspect. Hey. Oh. What's that scripture? Let me get that. They telling you there ain't nothing to worry about. I'm just like, shit. I mean, with the virus, I'm just looking at the effect. What is it going to do with this? Not what the virus is going to do, but I mean, the effects is going to lock things down. It's going to bring out it's going to ultimately bring, it's so many ways. I'm just going to get straight to the point about the chip implants. They're going to speed up time, but they're going to implement the chip implant. But the chip implant can come out for any other kind of reason. Cyber attack, all kind of shit that fell into the economy. They're bringing out a new monetary system. Pretty much all that disasters and such that's building up from this thing, this event, that event, is all coming together to the chip implant. Pretty much, it's all arrows point to the chip implant. Pretty much, one event doesn't have to bring the chip implant. No, it could be all events can bring the chip implant all together as one. Anyway, where I left off at. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So take heed, man. Take it, don't get bugged out about this shit, but It's the Lord's work, doing his work, so they don't take it as a joke, you know. I don't know the best way to say it. All I can say is, shit, don't take it lightly. Of anything that's great or small, shit, yeah.
Risks may be low, but the problem is it is still a threat. Now, he says it's up to 1 week, but I want to play this for you. Listen to the end of this one.
This is what we've been waiting for. The first passengers are now being ferried off of the MV Hondius, right there, after more than 5 weeks at sea, 5.5 weeks at sea. This has been an expedition cruise for them, turned tragic and traumatic crisis after 3 passengers from that ship died from hantavirus. There are about 150 passengers and crew from about 24 countries there. A Spanish official told us just now that everyone on board has done health screening before arriving here, and as of this morning too, they
health screening, but are they gonna keep them, you know, on in a quarantine area to keep out? Now they're just letting them go out and about so they can go to work and you know, go to the grocery store, go to the movie theater, go to the family. Then I'm hoping, man, my niece supposed to have some kind of something going on because she graduating. I told my mom I ain't going to that shit. I don't want to see all these fucking people, family members, and she want me to go there so bad. I haven't seen my niece in like a year or two, and I don't even give a shit. The only reason why, because of her mama, my sister. I ain't stunning that bitch. Not my niece. I'm talking about my sister. I ain't stunning that bitch. But I'm hoping whatever happens, they go ahead and start a lockdown. I ain't got to worry about going to that dinner shit. Somebody's supposed to start in May the 31st, like the last day of May. And it's only May the 10th. I hope the hantavirus puts a wrinkle in everybody's fucking bubble. Cause I don't want to be around people, man. I just don't want to be around these fucking worldly ass people, family members. Fuck these people. Anyway, back to the video.
Reiterated, they stress that everyone, to their knowledge, is asymptomatic, but they are not taking any chances here in Tenerife by far. Health workers who have been taking people off of the Hondius have been wearing masks and PPE. Then after they take their first steps, just right here, coming onto land, then they are quickly put onto red buses. The bus drivers I've seen are wearing PPE. Then they're whisked to the airport. It's just about 10 minutes away behind me or so. And then they head home. For those 17 or so Americans, their next stop will be quarantine. That will be in the Nebraska
quarantine center. Oh, is a national quarantine unit? Oh, I guess they are sending their asses off. Are they gonna get their bills paid? Shit. Is the government gonna pay their bills? Shit. I'm pretty sure they ain't. Shit. They gonna throw their ass in a concentration center, a concentration camp, really.
National Quarantine Unit, which you might remember was used during COVID. Now, this has the capacity to take up to 20 people. No one here has said how long they'll be in quarantine. I've asked, but they've stressed here, a WHO official has stressed to me that the incubation period for hantavirus stretches anywhere from 1 to 8 weeks, and there is a period of time, about 42 days, that they expect they will, for the most part, 95% be certain that they do not have hantavirus. So,
They say what?
They will, for the most part, 95% be certain that they do not have hantavirus.
They're gonna release it. And what if it's a kind of virus that has like a timer to it? Someone like it's a trigger to it. It's a time where it just finally kicks in. It's one of those viruses that build up. And I don't even know if this shit is real. Matter of fact, let me look up something. Cause you know I said it before, and I'm hearing other brothers talking about it now. About the vaccine is actually reason why the hantavirus exists. Let me see if anything comes up about the vaccine. Damn, I'm typing it in, vaccine. And I know they already working on a vaccine for the hantavirus, but like say the COVID vaccine, is it really the contributor of the? Is that the right word to use? Is hantavirus? I don't know how to word this shit, but let me see. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to say it. I probably won't find anything. Hantavirus vaccine. Hantavirus vaccine. I know they already talking about a damn hantavirus link to COVID. Oh, here we go. Link to COVID let me see. Okay, they playing they playing more terrifying than COVID. Answers to the deadly inherited virus. Alright, let me play this cheap video. Did I ever play? No, I didn't. But they saying this is linked to Pfizer shit.
After 14 years, Burt Jones.
Are you familiar with the hantavirus?
Okay, I don't want to hear nothing about the X-Files.
I want to take you through some, I don't want to use the word alarming, but things that you need to pay attention to. And when I saw something, I'm going to show you in a few minutes, it was something in my spirit that just said, I absolutely, all of this symbolism up here at the top of their account, this workshop today, you'll want to really make if you want to really make a pandemic, make hantavirus human transmissible. Like bothering me. Let me move this up because it's like, all right. Ooh, the WHO lists hantavirus alongside hundreds of other diseases. They are listed under infections and infestation.
Oh yeah, like say you get the COVID vaccine shot, it can have an effect on so many people. You can end up developing this type of disorder, this type of disease. It's like, you never know. It's like a Cracker Jack box. Everybody get all these Cracker Jack boxes and you find out what the prize is, and everybody get these random prizes. You know, I don't know if that's the best analogy, but I just say everybody gets their own little dose of a sickness, illness when you get that vaccine shot. It's like, boom, surprise, you got cancer, turbo cancer. Boom, surprise, you got whatever the hell. You got AIDS, nigga. Boom, surprise, you got tuberculosis or some shit. Boom, surprise, you got monkeypox. Boom, surprise, you got hantavirus. Boom, surprise, I don't know what else. You got COVID again. Anyway,
that occur as side effects to Pfizer's mRNA vaccine. Instructions on how you can research it yourself. They put, again, I'll probably dig more tomorrow. Please note that the database was functioning at the time of the publication. The WHO describes its own VG Access database as a collection of scientifically unconfirmed observations, not as evidence of side effects. But here it is. There's a whole bunch of things.
What the fuck is this? Fungal oryza, what? And fungus parpatg. I can't pronounce that shit.
So, right? So, right. Okay, this is even more people sharing this, right? And there's a whole lot more. So if you don't know, 323 vials containing deadly viruses, including the hantavirus, reported missing from Australia lab in 2024 after major biosecurity breach.
Yeah, I heard about that,
man. Are you concerned that it's going to spread? How are you
I hope not. I hope not. We'll do the best we can, yeah.
To get the Americans that are on the
Go ahead.
Mr. President, detail your... I'm also with ABC News. Can I ask you about the hantavirus?
So there you go.
As soon as they say ABC News, oh, fake news. Immediately.
They're going to be concerned that it's going to spread. How are you
I hope not. I hope not. We'll do the best we can, yeah.
To get the Americans that are on...
Man, you're doing the best you can. You didn't even stop a war, so what the fuck you talking about, nigga? You ain't stop inflation. What makes you think you're going to stop a virus? If this shit is real. Well, I gotta say it is real. And it's them damn vaccine shots people have taken. And it's causing something.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, detail your... I'm also with ABC News. Can I ask you about the hantavirus?
So there you go. Now this is what made me get out of the bed. There's a lot more I can share, guys. I'm going to make sure you are subscribed, following me. Make sure you hit the notification bell because I have some explosive things that I'm going to come out with tomorrow. Getting into more details of other things that I found, but this is what I said because I was already looking at the Simpsons episode.
Oh Lord! Well, somebody told me about this shit. It was I was going to the not landfill. Yeah, what was it? No, the John Deere dealership. I was taking a mower over there to get it fixed, and the guy who's writing things now, he'll tell me about this episode. This one Jake. The Northern Kingdom Jake would tell me about this episode.
And I was just shook. Because, the Simpsons always do predictive programming. They predicted COVID-19. They predicted almost...
Let me see that shit. Let me see. Simpsons hantavirus. Simpsons hantavirus. Let me see. If it's a real episode, it's probably some AI bullshit.
Look, that's our ship!
Oh, okay. I think I've seen something like this before. Purple tongue.
An emergency message. Outbreak of the deadly virus is spreading rapidly.
A virus?
A worrying new challenge in efforts to
On
contain.
the ship, yeah. Virus is getting people sick on the cruise ship.
And the hantavirus.
Oh, we want break down. Oh, this faggot. Oh my goodness. Oh. But the thing is, they saying that, look, check this out. There's nothing. I'm like, what is so... It's like, oh my goodness, predictive programming. But I'm like, look, bro. Remember that shit they used with the same script with the Top Gun Maverick shit movie? When they dropped some bunking busters on over in a country they never mentioned what it was or what they were bumming, and it turned out to be Iran. They using the same fucking script from off a cartoon, and then they make it reality. That's all this shit is. That's all these niggas doing. There's nothing special about it. All I can tell you is wait till they lock this bitch down. And I'm hoping they make this shit serious. Please do. Please fucking do.
That's our shit.
But anyway, I don't want to see no more of this fucking shit. Because people think, oh my goodness, the Simpsons got it right. Well, Simpsons got it right on what? These niggas here just living off the, working on the script off of a cartoon, for goodness sakes. Anyway. Alright, I'm done with this video here. Let's get to the next one.
And then the other issue is,
I slow this nigga down. His African booty scratching.
And then the other issue is, I thank the Prime Minister because based on the request WHO made, he accepted. And the request I made was based on international health regulation. And countries are expected to cooperate based on that international health regulation.
And the director of the WHO there, Tedros, saying that every country in the world is now expected to fall in line.
Hunter, meaning in Hebrew, Hungria or Hungria? Oh, what it says, contents often used in Hebrew or Hungria. Hunter can mean nonsense, lies, or a scam. Hey, it could be. But, it could be. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. But I'm not taking no chances with this devil. And I mean, the virus might not be no virus, but people gonna be scared out of their fucking wits to go and rush in to get a vaccine shot. Maybe. I don't know. We gonna see what's gonna be. People gonna probably gonna do. What they probably doing is, remember when they were talking about the frequencies and shit? People got them vaccine shots and they got that whatever the fuck they got inside their bloodstreams. They can activate that shit through frequencies and such. That's what they could do. Activate the shit and people get affected by the shit, and they start showing them signs of sicknesses. And probably coughing up blood from the blood coming out of every hole in their body. You know what holes I'm talking about. Just leaking. You never damn know.
With his international health regulations due to the hantavirus, you can clearly see, with everything going on from the cruise ship to the stores, stockpiling toilet paper, and yes, that's happening in many stores out there. They're preparing here in America for like the release of an announcement connected to this, where people are going to go into some kind of panic mode.
I just walked away for a second. Hey, somebody actually is stockpiling toilet paper. Let me play that shit back.
Everything going on from the cruise ship to the stores, stockpiling toilet paper, and yes, that's happening in many stores.
Oh my goodness. I hope I got enough toilet paper here at the house, because these idiots are just ridiculous. And they're probably going to go after the wet wipes too. The baby wipes.
Stores out there.
Damn, toilet paper is going to be about... It's going to hit... We're not even at hyperinflation area, but these niggas going to make the damn price of toilet paper get to that point. Well, damn... Charmin's Ultra going, when it used to be about damn $25, now that bitch gonna be about $100.
They're preparing here.
I mean, I don't know what is that? What size that be? Like 20 rolls maybe? I don't know. There'd be about $100 for 20 rolls of some soft ultra ass wipe.
America for like the release of an announcement connected to this, where people are going to go into some kind of panic mode because of the projected numbers they're pushing out there through the social media, and that this is deadly and it carries a kill rate of like 38%, and that, well, it comes from rat urine and rat feces. Now, I shared with you guys before how the X-Files had telegraphed the hantavirus way far in the past, and here recently, when they discovered the dead body of Gene Hackman. What a name, right? What did she die from? Hantavirus. That's when this thing first was planted into the minds of the masses here recently, within recent time, and it kind of snowballed out from there. As you can see here, the meaning in Hebrew or Hungarian. Hanta can mean nonsense, lies, or a scam. Take your pick.
I mean, this world's full of lies and scams and nonsense, and this world is ruled by a wicked ruler named Esau, so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red and he's a baby dick sucking Jewish faggot nigger, Amalek. Yeah, full of lies, scams, fucking nonsense, and need to cut. Everything here in this world is nonsense. It need to stop. But shit,
you can see clearly what we're dealing with here at hand. I hope people have a plan for anything crazy that was to pop off and that you've learned from all the lockdown stuff and everything they put us through before. Because these guys are chomping at the bit to do something, and it looks like here they go again. They're ready. When they're making statements like this, and like they're making moves globally on this, they're trying to take it serious. But the people, it's how they respond that says where this thing goes. If the people reject a bunch of their orders en masse, it will change things. But just remember this. They have wargamed this and beta tested this long enough. It seems they're ready to maybe deal something out there that has a lethality to it. That would be the next step. And let's just hope that this thing doesn't get out of control.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about what Bill Gates said in his interview with his nigga, Melinda. Talking about the pandemic from COVID didn't get much traction, but the next one, not exact words, but the last COVID didn't get much traction, but this one, the next pandemic they planning on, it's going to gain a lot of traction. It's going to burn rubber. Yeah, it's going to hook both tires on the pavement and leave a long track. Like, whoa. Yeah, it's going to stick on that pavement, bro. People going to be, oh shit, this is something different from COVID. Shit, I hope it does.
Nutcases doing these things.
I pray the Lord have mercy on them.
Out there. But if you look on the back of a Lysol can and everything that it kills, and you look down through there, you'll see hantavirus listed there. But hey, just let you know, again, here they go. When they're making these statements and expecting the whole world to fall in line, it looks like the United States is pushing back or not moving in a manner that they'd like. But I'm going to tell you, they're pushing something, and it's obvious. Join me for the live show, where I break this down further.
Yep. Let's see what this is about in Japan.
This is Dabu 7. We have an emergency situation that is unfolding inside of Japan. This is an incident that has occurred near the Kawasaki station. There are reports of over 20 different ambulances that were dispatched to the scene of this area. Initial reports are stating that an unknown substance, a mystery substance, has been released at the train station in the suburbs of Tokyo. 13 people immediately affected, 3 of them hospitalized. Again, Kawasaki Station, passengers suddenly felt unwell. They began.
That's the best place. I don't know, is this something biological, but in a train station where it's like, if it's underground, in an underground train station, and plus people on the move here and there, they might be exposed but not be like infected with the shit yet, but soon we'll feel the effects. I don't know. I could tell you that's the worst. That's the actually best place to spread some shit. If it's biological germ warfare, it's 10:44 on the clock. All praise Yahweh Shema Shah, the body Yahweh Shema Shah. But yeah, that's the best place to spread some shit.
Coughing, struggling to breathe. heavy tearing, all these ambulances, fire
Yeah,
truck
that could be them. It could be pepper spray.
showed up, and emergency situation at this location. They're trying to determine whether any Russian tourists are among the victims. I don't know why they state that, but they do. They say service on one of the metro lines has been suspended. Emergency crews carrying out decontamination of the entire station and trying to get to the bottom of what this mystery substance is. So this area is popular with tourists. They go to the Buddhist temples and the surrounding areas there in Tokyo. Much love and a shout out to Silver Sailor and everyone else out there in the region. If you have any info on this, let me know in the comment section below. As I get updates, I'll update there. And join me for the live streams going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on Dabu 7.
10 hours ago posted. But anyway, let's see what this last one, Kim Iris.
Do you think they're going to do another COVID-19 on us in the future?
I say bring it. Because people will rise up. I mean, I don't know.
say the same thing. Bring it. I don't know about that last part she just said before I paused it. People gonna rise up. I don't know about that. Unless it affects the food, you know what I'm saying? And people are hungry. And I can see maybe that might happen. Get these lazy ass fat Americans up off their ass and start jiggling their belly to the streets. Be like, we protest, oh man, I want, fucking fat fuckers. I'm a little jelly belly too, shit. But I ain't stupid like these damn Americans. Thank you, Lord, for not allowing me to be stupid like these dumb, proud Americans.
I posted something under CDC, their post last night, and I said, listen, we're not listening to you this time, right? You've lost all credibility. And people have been a little bit quiet on COVID because it's not a threat anymore, and people are moving on with their lives. The best thing that could happen is to try to shove this down our throats again, because people will rise up, and then maybe we can actually...
But what if this shit really becomes serious and not bullshit like COVID? What if this shit really people started really dropping like a bad habit? What if people really started fucking oozing out like red fluid out their bodies? It might turn black. You'd be like, oh shit. Yeah. And it's funny, I was watching The Boys, the 5th season. They had that virus. Then they released it on the some of them soups in that mansion, and them motherfuckers were oozing out whatever black stuff. The Rock nigga, he was breaking up in pieces and shit. And Soldier Boy, the fake ass Captain America, he broke up in hives with bumps and shit, but he came out all right because that nigga was immortal. But anyway, he just got sick. But yeah, I don't know. It was just, in the 5th season, now they talking about a virus that can affect the soups. But then all of a sudden, you got this virus now. Anyway, I ain't trying to connect the dots and to link it up with this show. And I'm just like, I ain't studying all that shit. All this, when you talking about predictive programming, I'm like, this shit ain't predicted. They just going by the same. I mean, just like whatever, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Get some accountability for what happened during...
I'm believing on the predictive program. I call it planned programming. Shit. They playing this shit. Anyway.
The pandemic and get some action taken, because it's been very frustrating that nothing has happened. I mean, 7 million children got the COVID shot this year. We still have
a lot of dead children.
20% of healthcare providers are pushing their patients to get these shots. 29 states recommend that all babies get 3 COVID shots by the time they're 9 months old.
God damn. You know, them motherfuckers will be oozing out some black stuff when when this shit. Man, shit.
It's completely insane, and our HHS is just...
And they probably got the full human, like the full adult, not human, but the full adult dosage. Like whatever dose a dose of adult human will get, the baby human gonna get the same amount too. Heck yeah.
Ignoring this, like, not a big deal.
Why do you think our HHS is ignoring it? I mean, we do have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. now as a secretary.
Oh, that nigga ain't about shit.
In human services. So what do you think is going on with that?
I think it's Trump. I mean, Trump got a...
No, it ain't just, it's Esau, nigga. It's Amalek, nigga. Esau Amalek, the elite of Esau Amalek. Trump is just a bitch. He's just a little puppet boy.
Apparently got a booster.
Oh
This
yeah,
year.
he said he got vaccinated. He said he felt like liquid candy going through his veins. Yeah, he got a booster shot. Yeah, whatever.
Here, he was one of those millions of Americans that got one. He has.
He pushed a, what was it? What that shit called? Warp speed program.
Not back down from the COVID shot. He still thinks it's the best thing he ever did. And he's refusing to acknowledge all the injuries. I mean, to this day, I still see patients almost daily.
You know that nigga ain't getting no damn vaccine shot. He just selling that shit for you dumbass people.
In my office who have severe reactions from these shots. I mean, I've never seen anything like it with any other product on the market. None of the people that I've seen with injuries have been reported to VAERS. I'm the one that's reporting them, so we know that VAERS is vastly underreported, and they're very difficult to treat. I will typically try ivermectin, and I've had some success with that, but a lot of these patients don't respond to anything. I mean, you throw everything we can think of at them, and they still don't get better. And these are not subtle problems. These are like life-disabling issues.
So these people getting jacked up with these damn vaccine shots.
Severe tremors, severe fluctuations in blood pressure and heart rate would make it impossible to exercise or really feel normal ever again. I've seen some really bad rashes, recurrent hives, tremors that won't stop, and then a lot of people just suffer from really debilitating fatigue and brain fog.
Sometimes I lose hope a little bit because, I mean, for the most part, people have not, you know, we stopped talking about COVID, right? We've all moved on. Everybody just wants to move on with their lives. But the other night I was at dinner with a group of people, and a couple of the people, one of them being a doctor, and her friend, sat there and started talking about how, oh, well, at least we were able to get the shot really quickly. And
what a fucking dumbass.
we were able to get access to the COVID vaccine, and it was just, they were still talking about how grateful they were to be able to get the vaccine.
And yeah, you'll be grateful enough to die faster too. You got them vaccine shots, you feel like you're still special. Guess what? You'll be special. You'll be going to the spirit world pretty soon.
So quickly, and it's just mind-blowing to me that they still believe that was
That's
something
what I'm
that.
saying. These people are fucking stupid.
You know, these are, we're talking about young, healthier people that, and then I'm sure they got COVID anyway, which I didn't want to ask because I did not want to bring up the conversation or open that can of worms. But I just thought, and I wonder how many times they got COVID anyway. And then there are times when I do bring that up to somebody, well, you still got COVID, and they say, yeah, but I would have died if I wouldn't have had the vaccine.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, well, I didn't die and I didn't have the vaccine and I got COVID. And a lot of other people, we didn't, you know, I mean, it was, yes, people died, but people died that had serious comorbidity.
They died when they had the shots. Shit. They ain't talking about that. How many people died even when they got the fucking vaccine shot? And got fucked up. Even they didn't die, they got fucked up, went blind, crippled. Hell.
And, you know, that did happen, but
you guys, after years of marriage, this right here is absolute
No goddamn, what this shit they trying to sell?
magic. Blue Chew Gold.
It's just amazing to me that still now, years later, a lot of people still believe, like, no, they're still holding on to that narrative. We just don't talk about it. So that's kind of where I lose hope a little bit, because I think right now we think, okay, yeah, we've moved on, and maybe we have learned our lesson, but I'm not 100% certain of that. I worry about that.
I know. But people also don't want to acknowledge that they might have done something really wrong and injected something dangerous in their bodies or in their kids' bodies. So I think that's hard to grapple with. I think what's going to happen, though, is the cancer data is starting to come out. So they've been sitting on it since 2022. And we just got numbers from 2023, and they are very alarming. It's in cancers under age 50. We're seeing a huge increase, up to 20% increase in colorectal cancer in age under 50. From 2022 to 2023, just went. It's pretty. It's not subtle. So I that's going to be part. You know, they're gonna be very reluctant to release that cancer data. But the more that comes out, people are going to start to realize. And often it just takes people to realize it firsthand. You know, it happens to them or happens to a loved one before they're willing to admit that there might be a problem.
Well, I will say I've known a couple of people in my life in the last few years that have died of cancer from turbo cancer. I mean, it just hit them and then they were gone. And that was it. And there was no real stopping it. It kind of hit them like a freight train. What do you?
A lot of these people who God dang, what's that? A lot of these folks, these elite. Hell, what's that bitch from the? What's that bitch from the? Damn, what's that bitch name? From daggone Yahoo, not Yahoo, YouTube CEO. What happened to her? She died from cancer. Shit. She died from some shit that was aggressive cancer. Yeah, her ass. She died from some it was goddamn aggressive as fuck. I think her son did too. I can't remember. Ain't this bitch a dyke? Yeah, she looked like a dyke. Yeah, this is a dyke.
I don't care.
Remembering YouTube CEO Susan Lukey, whatever fucking name is. Yeah, she died from some kind of cancer. Yeah. Anyway.
I think it is that is like, what is it about the vaccine that causes the turbo cancer? Because part of me wonders with turbo.
Doesn't even matter. I can tell that judgment from Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey man, anybody get bad out here? Let me get the scriptures. Gotta close out because I'm getting a little drowsy and sleepy. Matthew chapter 24 verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Where you got World War III, class wars, civil wars, race wars breaking out. It's building up and it's gonna break out soon. It's gonna be major. And there shall be famines. Yep, the break the staff, the support of what you call it, the bread, the support system of the bread, or the food supply is breaking down, bro. Especially with prices going up with diesel, and the shortage of plastic. But yeah, it's a plastic shock worldwide. It's gonna be hard to package your food if they can get the food package. Shit, but it's a whole lot of shit that's going on, bro. Anyway, and pestilence, like I'm talking about, yeah, just talking about pestilence, turbo cancer from those vaccines, the hantavirus from those vaccines, or rat turds that's in your food. I mean, I don't know where it's coming from. I can tell you something's going down. You're going to be prayed up. And there's other pestilence that's going around, like, Lyme disease, all these ticks blowing up. And then you got the fucking GMOs, mosquitoes. It's summertime, so them niggas still lurking, ready to suck your blood up or inject something in you. And then plus, I mean, goddamn, there's just so much shit going on. It's ridiculous. And earthquakes in diverse places. I ain't even talked about no earthquakes, but they happening. You don't have to count. I mean, shit. Doubt there's no earthquakes. Yeah, there are earthquakes happening. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Gonna be a lot of pain, sorrows, death. And you will be prayed up, man, to keep you stable during these crazy times with Yahweh Shema Shah. Let me get one more scripture. All these are the plagues of the Lord. And I say you want to be prayed up with Yahweh Shema Shah. And I give a fuck about these damn people, bro. Hell yeah. 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compared, so wounds which pains. When the child cometh forth they slack, not a moment, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and on the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So yeah, destruction is going to be on the north, south, east, and west of whatever direction on planet Earth. So yeah, you don't want to get caught up in destruction, but you be if you be around that stuff, pray the Lord have mercy on you and give you the strength to endure. Man, I'm tired. Yeah, to all the men out there pushing this truth. Oh, no, I forgot to mention. Seek the Lord by seeking his prophets, and take heed of what they say, and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and power, Yahweh Shema Shah, keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong, Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong, Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order, Yahweh Shema Shah, peace and bless to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Shalom.